Hello, you speakers. I'm Katsa.
I'm George.
And I'm Javier.
Welcome back to the Üspk English Podcast. I'm Katsa, and today we're diving into an essential topic for anyone looking to enhance their career prospects: language skills and how to effectively showcase them on your CV. With me are my co-hosts, George and Javier. How are you guys?
I'm doing great. Good to be here. Hey, you mentioned something important. Yes, your resume is like the front cover of a book. It must be well balanced, not too much and not too little.
What happened to don't judge a book by its cover?
Oh my God.
I guess
I
in
think
real
in
life
this
that doesn't
case,
work for CVs, right?
Oh, you're
Not for
you're totally
CVs.
under
Yeah.
judgment when you turn in your CV.
No, I've seen all kinds of CVs, guys. And
Mm,
George does most of the interviews for us, but they send some very fancy ones. And sometimes it's just too much, you know.
yeah.
But in your case, speaking of CVs, what do you guys usually write under desired salary? I always write the higher the better.
Mm.
You'd be fired before you'd even been hired.
Like, how much would you like
Yeah.
to put? How much would you like to earn? How much have you got?
Love that one.
Why not? Come on.
Yeah.
Don't they want
Yeah,
ambitious
yeah. I
people?
mean,
They always have
anybody
we're
can
looking
do
for
with their
we're
CV
looking for
whatever they
go-getters.
want. Okay, let's talk about what are language skills, first of all.
Okay, Cass. So language skills refer to the ability to use language effectively and efficient. Okay, now efficiently. These skills are broken down into four main areas: listening, speaking, reading, and writing.
That's right, George. Listening involves, well, understanding spoken language. Speaking is about using spoken language to communicate. Reading is for comprehension of written text. And writing involves producing coherent written text. What does that mean? That means that, what you write, people will actually understand.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, these skills are crucial not only for daily interactions, but also for professional success, especially in roles that require strong communication abilities. Let's talk about the importance of language skills.
Yeah, absolutely. Language skills are essential in various contexts. For instance, listening is vital for understanding instructions, participating in meetings, and customer interactions. Now, picture yourself on a Zoom meeting with people from different parts of the world speaking in English, or at least trying to speak in English, right? Your listening skills have to be sharp.
Oh, yeah.
Really sharp. Yeah.
Particularly they're from but nowadays you have people from around the world, with different accents, different pronunciations. That's really, really tricky there.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely.
I've heard that, people your listening skills uh have to be very sharp when you're having meetings with people especially from Ireland,
Oh my goodness.
Australia,
Yes.
Ireland, Scott, I think it's
Scott.
Scottish, oh no way.
Scottish accents,
I think
and
Scots are
India,
easier. Oh, India. They're so hard to
I
get.
think
Yeah.
Vietnam. Vietnam
Hmm.
is also hard for people to, their
Yeah.
accent is really, really strong. So
Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard that they don't what is it in Scotland? They don't say brown, they say brune.
Brune. I think it
Brune.
depends on the region.
I guess so. Depends also where they're from.
Yeah.
But come on, give me a break.
Yes.
No.
I watch shows from all over the place because I really want to sharpen my listening skills. And for sharpen my listening skills for Scottish accent, I watched something called Outlander, which is like a novel based
Oh
on a
yeah.
novel, but it's a
Yeah.
romantic show. I
Uh,
do not have, sorry, I'm a woman, so I do not have another reference, but that one's good for
um,
understanding the Scottish accent.
I try
And
to listen to stand-up comedy from
mm,
uh from
yeah,
United Kingdom. I'm listening to this guy
yes.
named Johnny Carr. Really funny
Oh
guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard of him. Yeah.
You might have heard of him. He's really, really funny, very quick on his feet. It it has taken me about 3 months to catch on, though. I'm not kidding. I need to catch on to what he's saying and what's funny about it in terms of the cultural aspect, and not only
Yeah,
just
that too. That too. Okay. So why is speaking essential, Javier?
Speaking is essential, Katsa, for presentations, negotiations, and effective team collaborations. That sounds like I'm singing something, right?
Yeah, you're collaborating with us. That's why.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yes, reading helps in comprehending reports, emails, and industry-related literature. Yes, it's not the same English language as opposed if you're in aviation or maybe in the medical industry.
Yes, absolutely. And writing is critical for drafting emails, reports, and proposals. So, how can we highlight these skills uh, on our CV?
Okay, well, if it's just this part, just for the language skills, first create a dedicated section titled Language Skills, where you list the languages you know along with your proficiency level, like native, fluent, intermediate, or basic.
Next, be specific about it. Mention the context in which you have used these skills. For example, you could type, I'm fluent in English, and I have conducted market research and client meetings in English.
Another tip is to use the CFR framework. This means describing your proficiency levels using terms like A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, or C2. Make sure you get a certificate to establish your level of English based on this, not percentages. It is not correct to say your English
Oh.
is at 30, 40, or 100%. If
Mhm.
you're not sure what your current level of English is, visit our website to find out more information about our preparation courses for TOEFL or IELTS, and soon new preparation courses for additional testing options.
In fact, if
Absolutely.
you ever have a teacher tell you, hey, your English level is about a 40%, run. That person
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
know
not a
anything
good
about English.
English teacher. Yes,
That person
absolutely.
knows nothing about evaluating your English.
How
Yeah.
could they get that metric right exactly at a 40%, right? So
Yeah,
Well,
numeric,
yeah,
right?
well,
that's a really odd number.
what would I need to do to pick it up to 42%? Just 2 more words or
Exactly.
what?
What are the steps, or how many
What's your
steps is still from 42?
what's your rubric? What's your
Uh-huh.
criteria?
Yeah, what's your criteria, man? Yep.
You gotta
Run.
That's wild guessing there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, look, you should also add these skills into your job descriptions. Now, highlight how your language skills were utilized in your previous roles. This will allow your recruiters to get a deeper insight into your language skills, and you will likely stand out from the rest, okay? Now, for instance, you could also mention you conducted training in English, or you wrote manuals in English, etc. But keep in mind not to overdo this. Make sure your resume is clear and concise.
And don't forget to highlight any language-related achievements. If you have any kind of certifications, award, or specific achievement related to your language skills, include them as well. Did you help out someone, maybe the CEO, were you a translator, for someone else? Did you proofread something for someone else?
Oh, yeah.
Include all that, particularly if it was highlighted as something that you were able to do for the company, and you have some kind of document that will back you up in that aspect. And don't forget to specify that you are fluent and that you're open to an interview in English. However, if you are going to go that way, which is 9 out of 10 times nowadays, be ready, get some training, get some help on a job interview in English. It's not the same. It
Yeah.
is not the same. Trust me on that one.
I think all of these tips that we're sharing here with our audience, okay, is that specifically, you do have to include them, right? But even, be in more detail if the job description requires that your language skills must be, 100% or 90%, as because they do write that, right? 100% English. Remember, they're not English teachers, they're not language centers. So that's why they, sometimes write that, especially if you're in a different country like in Mexico, 100% inglés, 100% English. So what they're trying to say is that you must be very, very proficient.
Fluent
So
and
if the
advanced.
position requires that you are extremely proficient, very proficient, do, be very detailed about what just Javier and Katz have mentioned.
I hate
Yeah,
that.
language skills are powerful asset in today's global job market. By clearly and effectively presenting these skills into your CV, you can stand out from potential employers and showcase your ability to contribute to their organization. But also, don't be afraid. This would be my last advice for you today. Is don't be afraid of going to an interview and having your English skills tested by a potential employer, because this way you're also kind of like um upgrading your own game, right? So don't be afraid. Do prepare, like Javier said, but
Oh,
don't be
by
afraid.
all means, by all means.
Yeah.
Now, Katza, I'm gonna put you out there. You are IELTS certified. You're certified in different aspects of language. Am I right?
Yes.
Now, if you recall your training for IELTS, you probably had a coach, someone that was coaching you along, and he or she told you, if you're gonna, when you get asked this question, you have to include it this way. Make sure you include the
Mhm.
grammar. Make sure you include this
Vocabulary.
particular types of vocabulary,
Yes.
phrasal verbs. They're
Yeah.
going to be looking for
They
that
push
in
you.
terms of judging your language skills.
Yeah.
The same thing's going to go with the job interview. Are you ready for the tricky questions that an interview would have? Like Katza, why should we hire you? Are you ready to be able to answer that question?
Yeah. Yeah. Or what would you say are your most important achievements?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? The
Uh-huh.
standard question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned that, we've had several workshops and, doing this with students and even participants. I remember that one of our first podcasts
That's right.
was a job interview.
Interview.
was.
A job interview. And that was, I think it was Rose.
It was Rose, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Rose, who conducted a job interview.
It was a
we were doing
webinar. It was a
a
webinar
mock
on
job
LinkedIn.
interview. Sorry?
It's a live webinar.
Oh, it was a live webinar. It was a live webinar. And it was an interesting experience, because some people were nervous. They didn't know what to answer, not even in their native language, like, oh, I
True.
wasn't prepared to answer these questions
Yeah.
in not even in Spanish. So be prepared, and
True.
I think we
They
should
weren't
put it.
ready.
I think we should put that. Find it and put it up in our podcasts or in our social media. If not, come up with something.
Yeah,
fresher
like a
for our
renovation
audience.
of.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Now
Yeah,
you
so
might
stay
think,
tuned for our next live event.
true, you might think, okay, they're gonna ask me questions. I'll just answer the questions, right? No, it's
No.
not that easy.
No, you got to be ready.
No, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to speak and to elaborate on your answers.
That's a
And
key
to
element.
elaborate on your answers, you must for sure showcase your a really wide grammatical range and a really wide vocabulary. And with vocabulary, I mean not only idiomatic expressions, but also phrasal verbs, which are more commonly used in spoken language.
Right.
And so, yeah, you have to be totally prepared.
Adding to that, Keta, it's not just the language itself. It's your voice, your volume,
Yeah.
your tone, the rhythm,
Accent.
all of this, how you modulate your voice when you're
Yes.
speaking to to the other person. That is also key to when you're speaking, because you could have the language, you could have the grammar and all that, but if you don't know how to say it, and increase, if you're gonna speak like you're worried, or you're gonna speak like you're excited, or
like you're so
very
afraid.
or you're very you're very sure of what you're saying. Okay,
Right.
so you
Yeah, that's
can't
right.
sound like you're not sure about what you're saying, right? Like, hey, so George, do you have experience in this? And you're not gonna say,
Oh.
yes, I have experience.
Yeah.
No, yeah, absolutely. I
yes.
have
Oh,
done
yeah.
this, and that. So you want to raise your voice. You want to sound, that you want to feel you want to make the other person feel confident that you know what you're doing. That they're not going to make a mistake by hiring you.
Exactly. You're
Now, guys,
selling yourself. You're
don't
selling
forget.
yourself.
Don't forget body language, guys. 78% of communication is nonverbal. So, are you making eye contact? Are your eyes wandering around the room? Are you standing up straight? What is your body conveying? What are you transmitting to the other person?
Yeah.
Like George said, you can say one thing, but your body language says something else.
A completely different thing. Yep. All right. So
Alrighty,
Get some help.
I hope these particular insights were useful. I hope you guys are ready for all your interviews and your career prospects. And let's wrap it up, guys.
Yep. All right. Okay. So I enjoyed having you, and I hope you found today's topic useful.
And before we go, guys, the dad joke of the day.
Yes.
Ready?
Oh,
Okay.
no, but wait. Before we started recording, you said you had a very, very interesting fun fact about English.
Oh yeah, fun fact.
Oh.
Share that fun fact.
Okay, here we go, guys. Did you guys know that, a long time ago, well, people didn't travel very much, particularly from Europe. Once traveling became safer and more accessible, people used to travel abroad. It wouldn't be that easy
Mhm.
to go from England to Thailand, and now it was. So
Mhm.
Europeans noticed that there were people that had brown skin, so they pretty much classified everybody that had brown skin into just being Egyptian. You could say, you know what, I'm from Thailand. No, you're Egyptian. Okay, so
Okay. Talking about
I guess it was
flexibility.
easier. I'm not saying they were racist, but I guess it was just easier,
Easier,
So
yeah.
Egyptian became Egyptian, which became gypsies. So that's where we get the word gypsy from. Now, when Europeans,
Oh.
yeah, it's funny, right? So when Europeans used to hear the gypsies talking, they couldn't understand what they were saying. They sounded like Egyptian gibberish. So that's where we get the word gibberish when we don't understand something that somebody's saying. Oh,
Oh,
you're
that's gibberish.
just
You're
gibberish.
just talking gibberish.
You're just
Gibberish.
talking gibberish.
Yeah,
and
I heard
that's where
that.
we get that from.
Oh, that's so interesting. Thank
Interesting.
you.
Thank you. If
All
you
right.
like that, let me know, and we'll get you some more for next week.
Yeah.
Before
I
we
Put
liked
that
it.
on the
go,
comments. Put that
leave
in the
it on the
comments.
comments. Yeah.
Yep.
Before we go, that joke of the day.
Oh,
And
yes.
it's also linguistic, guys. So you guys are experienced language teachers, so you gotta get this one right, Katz and George. So
Okay.
what is the word that everybody always says wrong?
Oh my God. Wrong.
Yes, that's it. Wrong.
Wrong. I shall
Sorry,
slap
did I
you.
blow it?
You got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Okay.
Okay, wait. I got one more.
Okay.
Ready? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Question. What do elephants have that no other animal has? That's a tough one.
Oh, you got me.
A good memory?
No, baby elephants.
Oh.
Oh, baby elephants.
Oh.
No, get it? What do elephants
yeah,
have
it's
that no
so
other animal
cute.
has? Baby elephants.
Babies, yeah, because every other
Oh,
animal has their
okay.
own babies.
Baby something else. Exactly.
All right. Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
this
so
is
I'm gonna work on two things. My dad jokes and maybe just that interesting fun fact for language fun
Yeah.
fact. It'll be a long story.
Good,
no,
man.
I love
The thing is that you
jokes.
make people think in English. So, for our listeners, it's great, man. They're like, oh,
Yeah, it's
that's a
challenging.
good exercise.
I got this idea because Letty in particular, Letty Mendoza, I give her a little bit of like where the word comes from and how it correlated the same way we said in Spanish.
Uh-huh.
Egipcio, gitano, and it totally helps her.
Oh.
So for some people it does. I'm using it with beginners. This word comes from this, and that's why we have this.
Oh yeah.
It's sort of a memory hook.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I like memory hooks, so
Yeah,
it
me
helps me
too.
remember it. So Egyptian, gibberish, Egyptian, now you know why. And probably it'll help you more in that aspect.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All
Okay.
right. Well,
guys.
We're
thank
gonna
you,
stop.
Javier.
We're
Thank
gonna
you,
stop.
Katza.
Thank you, guys. We're gonna stop talking gibberish.
Yep. That's a good
I
one.
wouldn't like, but
I
even
see where you-
Egyptians
I
don't
see
speak
what you
Egyptian. They
did
speak
there.
Egyptians don't speak Egyptian. They speak Arabic.
They do.
What is that?
I know. Europeans.
Yeah,
Okay. Old timer
Oh,
Europeans.
exactly.
Okay, this is it for today. Thank you for tuning in, and remember to subscribe and share. You want to get in touch? Check out our YouTube channel where you can comment on our videos, and you can find us on social media. We're everywhere except for X and Threads as at USPK English, the one with the yellow logo. For more information about us, please visit our website, which is posted somewhere in below the video or in the podcast description. And remember,
Perfect practice.
Makes perfect.
all right, until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you then.